Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Cover. Today we're going to take a look at another new book I got from the Clifton Comic Con recently. This is The Invincible Iron Man, number 17, 15 center, the beginning of the end. Oh, wait a second. How is Iron Man standing over a fallen Tony Stark? Aren't they one and the same? Yes, they are. However, there's some evil doings going on here, which we're going to get into in just a second. This particular issue, published in 1969. Archie Goodwin wrote the story. George Tusker, the artist. Johnny Craig, the inker. And Gene Izzo, letterer, with Stan Lee, the editor-in-chief. Again, it's titled The Beginning of the End. Here we have Iron Man heading back after a battle, the previous issue with the Red Ghost and the Unicorn. He's tired, he's weary, it's raining out, it's a storm, and all of a sudden he gets hit with this big bolt of lightning. And he says, "Ugh, I never knew ordinary lightning to hit with such tremendous force. Even my suit's kind of refractory coating isn't deflecting it. My armor can't hold up much longer under such sustained intensity." He keeps getting hit. Searing shocks beginning to penetrate, getting to me, must shake free or I've had it. He starts plummeting towards the ground. At the same time, there is an explosion at Stark Industries. Then up in a ship that's flying up ahead above the clouds, we see two dudes in these weird costumes who are watching below. They're seeing that the lightning bolt that they sent down to Iron Man didn't really knock him out. But then they're saying that Midas insisted everything has to come off like an accident, so it can't make it seem like someone is after him, right? Midas. Could that be the person that's behind all this? I think so. Besides, it's time to head north to pick up the girl. Midas would be very disturbed if we stood her up. Who is that girl, you might ask, as we see there below? That is Madame Mask, right? So I don't know. I didn't look it up, but I don't think this was the debut of Madame Mask. I think she's been here before because she's a character that's been around for quite a while, but obviously she is hooked up. Like how far into her appearances this particular issue is, I don't know. But anyway, so they go rendezvous with her, they pick her up, and then it turns out that she goes to meet Morgan Stark, Tony's cousin. So he, I guess, is part of this whole plot as well, right? "You're back, Mask. How did it go today? Nervously? Are you nervous? Surely it's not regret over the fate of your cousin, or is it fear because you exaggerated to Midas the extent of your knowledge about Tony Stark and Iron Man? Relax, Morgan Stark. We can't be certain for several hours." Then back at Stark Industries, going through the rubble. Again, Tony's been missing. Everybody's like, where's Tony been? Because, of course, he was out fighting the Unicorn and the Red Ghost. A hand comes up through the rubble, and there is Tony Stark. Well, wait, how can that be, right? Exactly. All right, so now we go to a competing Cord Industries, another company that Tony helped start up. They're listening to the news. They hear about what happened at Stark Industries in Long Island. Now we go back to Morgan Stark and Madame Mask. He's trying to cut out. He's getting overly nervous that Midas is not going to be happy with him, but she makes him stay. Tells him to throw this gold jacket on, right? Basically, he faints. And then what's really interested here, after she makes him put on that golden jacket or whatever, gold threads, robes of pure gold, just to wear while talking to him, Midas has some weird whims. She actually walks up to him and takes off her mask, and he is so horrified. "Good Lord, your face, how horrible," and he faints. Wow. That's pretty harsh, right? So then, of course, he wakes up when water gets thrown in his face, and it is Midas. All right, so there he is, kind of looking like a cross between MODOK and the Kingpin, I guess, sort of, but not. He's in this giant chair or throne, which has all sorts of mechanical capabilities. So he basically shocks him, and he basically tells him that you're in a lot of trouble here because I need information from you about your cousin. You got to help me, right? course, he keeps pushing him out and out over a cliff. Just as it looks like he basically says, I don't need you anymore. He goes to knock him over the cliff. Stark's cousin goes falling down, but Midas winds up grabbing him. He's like, I'm just joking. I definitely do need you. Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen to you. All right. So then we fast forward to Iron Man, Tony Stark, right? All of a sudden he wound up, because after what happened, being attacked by that lightning, which actually wasn't real lightning, from the two henchmen of Midas, right? He wakes up. He's out in the desert somewhere. Grabs his attaché case and his armor. Goes flying back. He gets back to Long Island, to Stark Industries. All of a sudden, people start acting a little strange towards him. He's like, I know I've been gone for a little bit. And they're kind of like, okay, yeah, gone. How? What? So he goes into his office, and there he is. So as it turns out, Tony made a LMD, a life model decoy, which, of course, if you read Nick Fury and Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know that LMDs are quite common around this time. These life model decoys, they would make basically a robot version of yourself to decoy the bad guys. Well, apparently there is Tony's LMD, and he all of a sudden has some ideas about how he wants to be the only Tony Stark. So here he's found the extra suit of armor. He's got that on. So he's basically telling Tony, it's like, we don't need you anymore. And I don't have a bad heart. I'm perfect. I'm a machine. I think I'm going to take over. So here, a little bit of battle in their office. Tony tries to fight back, but alas, no good. The life model decoy grabs Tony's attaché case with his #1 armor in it. Basically calls the security, right? Walks out with him, and they ask security, it's like, Tony's okay, but I think I took care of this look-alike guy, whatever. And they kick him out. Now what does he do, right? Oops. So here, now he's found that all his credit cards have been canceled. He goes to get new clothes, whatever. He can't get anywhere. So basically, he is like shit out of luck now. He notices that his chest plate is running out of juice, so he goes over to a car, and he tries to suck some of the battery power out of that. The cops show up, right? Boy, this is not Tony's day at all, right? And he's out in this horrible storm. He's basically just like a homeless guy, right? The cops are out chasing him. All of a sudden, he gets shot up with something, and a ladder comes down, and who grabs him? Madam Mask. So here, this is exactly what Midas wanted. So signal to Midas, the mission is a success. I have this latest pawn for his game of greed. Next issue, even a hero can die. So Tony Stark has been captured. That's exactly what they wanted to do, because obviously there's secrets of Stark Industries that they want directly from Tony. Here we got latest issue at the time, Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos, and Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., speaking of S.H.I.E.L.D. And, of course, Socket to Shellhead reader's page. And of course, they're talking about the issue with the controller, right? Cool stuff. Some ads. There you have it. Invincible Iron Man, number 17. Good one to add to my collection. It's in pretty good shape, and then a little tear at the top. It's holding up pretty well. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below is the link to the Sea of Tranquility merch page, where you can get some comic book users gear as well. Get a cool shirt, and we have a coffee mug as well, so go check that out. And we'll see you here real soon on Comic Book Users. I should be getting together with Bill over the weekend so we can record all sorts of stuff. I know it's just been me for the last 2 weeks, but been a busy schedule, busy weekends, and we haven't been able to get together to record anything, so hopefully that's coming up this week. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am P. Pardo. We'll see you soon here on Comic Book Users. Take care. Bye-bye.